Hello, viewing several. Here we are again. And turns out we've got troubles. Fine guess, but no, not that. No, definitely not that. I've already been through that phase. We're back with our boy Ren. Cue the thing.
I'm 37. What? I'm 37, I'm not old.
Of the several who've been here for a little while, you know that I am a big fan of Ren's, and I'm trying to look into more stuff as far as the big push is concerned, and other, just bits and pieces that I hadn't gotten to yet. But I noticed, obviously, a few days ago, that he's released something new. Don't know anything about it, presuming it's a prelude to an upcoming project, like another album perhaps, but regardless, anything new by Ren, I'm going to want to see, so we're going to get to it today. Ren, Troubles. Loving the precursor to his backstory that they're giving here at the bottom.
I don't reach into the past very much for these shards of shattered glass and harsh paper cuts. Leave me stop when I reach in, memories are seeped in. Hydrochloric acid, I go to war and get passive and freeze up. Music help the ice to thaw. Put the chisel in the middle, swing the hammer of Thor. Pull it out of the impossible, Excalibur sword. Etching notepads full of reasons why my feelings are sore. The first day that I got sick, ejected from the cockpit of living. 19, young teen, waking up bitten. Posters up, manhunt, Ren went missing. Hard to have faith when the gods don't listen. The first year maybe was the hardest. Waking in the body that was buried like a carcass. Brain in the lion's den, body in the shark pit. Waking up in pain again, aching, broken hearted. Persistent little bugger, I was bouncing from a doctor to a doctor to a doctor. Like a table tennis game that has no end. So be the fate of Ren. Every single question answered with a question on the end. The second year I came to terms with giving up my dreams. Mine was severed from the means to help me write these rhyme schemes. Brain was inflamed, the fatigue was crushing. Hard to remain sane with your brain combusting. And the third year was murder, living in a purgatory full of worry, wouldn't live to be 30. Lifestyle hurt me, always in my bed tomb. Rearrange the alphabet and all the letters spell doom. Light hurt my eyes, popping pills to survive. When you're 23 and mentally you steadily decline. 24 I was poor, disability benefits. What's the benefit of disability? It's irrelevant. 25 and the scars
lyrics.
they crack. Elastic bands only stretch so far and then snap deep in psychosis. Hallucinations, troubled vision. Visits from the underworld were conjuring my superstition. 25 living back at home with my mum, but not because I'm a bum. Alone and physically done. So thin, so frail, so weak I'd become. And my skin so pale, never kissed by the sun. One time I carved a hole in my chest just to feel. I wish that was a metaphor, the struggle was real. When you're living in the Holocaust you buckle and kneel. There's relief in the teeth of the kiss of cold steel. Facts.
There's just literally nowhere that's good to pause, so I apologise. Alright, obviously from High Ren to obviously Sick Boy, Suicide, there's so many different songs he's released up until this point that have some connection to his really, really awful period of his life where he was struggling with his illness and getting no genuine support. But this one feels it's way more autobiographical and way more like it's specific. And the prelude, in the intro where you were getting the sort of, condensed biography basically of his troubles from the age of 19. Particularly if you're a first timer to Ren, I think this would be a really great introduction in a way, although obviously High Ren is still one of the best ones you could ever hope for. Lyrically, it's fantastic. Obviously, the schemes that he uses, his flow, it's always spot on. But in particular, the thing that's impacting me at the minute is not just because he's always spoken about his, his physical illness and his mental illness. But an aspect of it I hadn't yet, I don't think at least, I hadn't yet heard in a song was the reference to self-harm. So I have about, 30-ish scars on my body that were self-inflicted. I don't think they would show up on camera, but there are some here. My legs, my torso, I went through a period of time in my late teens where it was fairly frequent. Managed to obviously come out of that and stop using that as a coping mechanism. But the way he described it, the relief, that line, that moment where he mentions about the relief of the kiss of the steel, that genuinely was a feeling that I had, and I know other people have had when they've had those moments of crisis where they turn to that as a means of taking pressure out of the tire, like sort of just relieving the emotional pain and the trauma and the general just feeling like you haven't got a release, and then that sharp sting just, it gives you some kind of relief, but obviously it also leaves you with permanent scars and doesn't actually help. So I really appreciate that, actually. I'll tell you what, that's something, to hear him specifically address that point. I'm sure it's been brought up before, so forgive my ignorance if he has brought it up either in interviews or in songs before. But that particular part, that's where me and him have some sort of common ground there, which is, it's always nice to hear that a great artist has similar, though obviously not the same, similar struggles and similar experiences to you. Sorry for waffling on. Let's get back to it. There's no decent way to pause here, because he's just flowing and flowing, but let's just get back to it.
26, I'm highly medicated and the pain sophisticated while I'm lying broken naked on my back. I bore my microphone until my coffin started dropping raw thoughts with the grim reaper knocking on the track. But then, man, lo and behold, I heard an angel beckon on this treacherous road. Was a stem cell doctor with a generous glow. In the cell transplant, pulled me out of the cold. And my skin got younger and my body got stronger. And my stomach felt hunger for a door that was closed. And my soul heard music for the first time. Beauty was a word I'd use for this gift of gold. Oh Lord, I forgive you. Lord, I forgive you. Lord, I forgive you. Make me whole. This music I give you. Pain that I live through. Everything I've been through is yours to hold.
Ooh, love that sample as well. Like the beat on this track is great too. Yeah, all you can do is nod your head hard. And again, the outro talking about Lyme's disease and other illnesses and how they're misdiagnosed and not treated properly, and a message of hope for people still living with this. We all deserve to live a life free of suffering. Yes. And the last word, hope. Okay. Yes, obviously a fantastic track because it's Ren. Like I say, the message, the tone, everything about it lyrically was wonderful, and the reference to a subject literally close to my heart in a way because of whatever. That's a stupid joke. Anyway, yeah, the prelude and the outro with the text. First of all, giving his background and giving context to the struggles that he faced. That's brilliant. Again, it just gives people who may not have known much about him going in, if they've only listened to a little bit or not, researched enough. That's laid out for you there. And then in the outro there with the text talking about how people are left to often fend for themselves due to misdiagnosis or to just lack of support even if they do get a diagnosis, and saying that if you keep struggling through this, as the old saying goes, this too shall pass, and there will be ways that you can get help and you can get support, and always hold on to hope. A message that he gave beautifully in High Ren as well, in his spoken outro to that track. So yes, a wonderful track, a wonderful message, beautifully delivered as always. His talent for writing and the rhyming schemes, as always, just fantastic. I can't wait for the next project to come out, whether it's an album, an EP, just whatever thing he puts out next. I'm always going to be eager to check it out because he is a fantastic artist, and I'm so happy that I got to get into him and get to experience him through the channel, but just generally. Yeah, he's a phenomenal talent, and I hope this video draws attention to issues and troubles that so many people still struggle with, that so many people, whether it's the media, the government, the medical establishment, are too willing to dismiss and too willing to downplay. People are suffering in so many different ways, mentally and physically, and it's just normal human compassion to support them, in my view. So, yeah, a wonderful message, beautifully delivered. So yes, thank you for watching, guys, as always. Apologies if I rambled a lot there, and if I'm feeling a bit vulnerable and a bit weird now because I got a bit personal there and revealed something about myself that wasn't known. So, when it comes to commenting, please, I'm sure you will be, but, there's always that anxiety because it is the internet. Be kind, be respectful. Let me know what you thought. Did this track speak to you personally? Yeah, just leave me your thoughts. Give it a like if you'd like to. Do that thing that you do so well. But yeah. Goodbye forever.
Will you shut up?
Ah, now we see the violence inherent in the system.